Hey. What's up, everybody? What's up? Anthony Morrison here, and welcome to tonight's Success Connection. Guys, we have something really awesome in store for you tonight. It's going to be completely different than anything you have ever heard from me ever on the Success Connection. And so I am excited. I also have your sales video, finally. Got it done, not without issue, but still have it done for you and ready to go. So tonight's going to be exciting. Tonight's going to be awesome, but we got to get everybody else on here, make sure the entire Success Connection community knows that we are live. So do me a favor right now, go to our Facebook group, go.thesc.com/group, okay? Go.thesc.com/group. Let everybody know you are live and on the Success Connection. If you make a post and say, I am live on the Success Connection, get your tail on here, right? I will have Nick go ahead and give away a $100 cash prize to one lucky person who makes that post tonight, all right? So do it tonight. Do not miss out on it. You could potentially win $100, all right? So go.thesc.com/group. How's everybody's week been? Just tell me in the chat box. Have you had a good week, bad week, great week? How's it been? All right, I'm seeing a lot of good weeks, some great weeks. Kami says bad week. Kami, no. I do not want you to have a bad week. That is terrible. Well, hopefully we can turn the bad week into a great week. You know, that would be the goal, right? That would be the goal. So tonight, maybe this training and our time together here will really help you to get to a better place and have a great week. We'll round it out and make it great, okay? Awesome. Well, I've had a pretty good week. I have spent a lot of time this week thinking, a lot of time pondering, a lot of time contemplating. Pick a word that in that area, and that's probably what I've been doing. So I've got some questions for you. I've got some feedback for you. And of course, most importantly, I've got assets for you to give to you. So if you're new to the Success Connection tonight, welcome. Thank you for being here. We always love having you here. We always love to have new students joining us each and every week that are ready to kind of take that journey, build their business, and press forward to have success. So welcome. It is important to note that if you are a student in any of my courses, that tonight's training is not a continuance of those courses, right? This is a standalone thing that I do for our students, completely free. Spend some time teaching you, spend some time educating, and it's also a done with and done for you type of thing. You know, I do a lot of things for you here. Tonight I'm going to give you a sales video for one of your programs that I think is going to really be awesome for you. But in a lot of cases, I ask you to do things. I ask you to build a page, or ask you to build a funnel, or ask you to do some homework. So it's a lot of done with you and done for you, and I think that works. The combination of done with you and done for you really works well. It helps to keep you engaged, keep you doing things, right? Not just waiting for a handout constantly, but by giving that handout, it's almost like a hand up, right? Because it's getting you the thing that you need as soon as you possibly can have it. That way that you stay motivated, you stay inspired, you stay ready to move forward, right? And so I'm really excited about what the Success Connection has turned into and how we have really been able to morph it, right, into something that has done so awesome, you know, for so many people. And so I'm really excited to have the opportunity to share it with you here tonight, even if you are a new student. All right. Of course, for all of my existing students, thank you for continuing to support me and continuing to support what we do here on the Success Connection each and every week by showing up and sometimes showing out, doing some really awesome stuff, teaching people inside of the group, answering questions. I mean, you guys have done, you've done a great job. And so I'm really appreciative, really thankful to have so many of you here and with us. You know, each week I try to open up our sessions together, and I'll get my camera on. I forgot to turn my camera on. There it is. Each week I try to open up our sessions before we dive into the marketing side of things with a little bit of, I don't want to call it motivation, but just teaching. Some people call it preaching, right? But the reality is that I have seen in the last couple of weeks so many people that have two things going on. One is that they're right here and they want to get to right here, right? So you're here and you want to be here. And the reality is that to get from here to here, you have two choices, right? From where you are today to where you want to be. You have two choices. Choice number one, you can go that path alone, okay? You can wake up in the morning and say, I want to be a successful internet marketer and I'm going to go that path by myself. And you can do it. But the reality is that the path between where you are now and where you want to be, it's bumpy. It's got peaks and valleys. There's going to be good days, there's going to be terrible days. There's going to be good days, there's going to be terrible days. And that's never going to stop, right? Never going to stop. That's business, right? That's what we all, like those of us that have been in this business for a long time, we look back over the last decade of our lives and we realize there's peaks, there's some of the highest highs, and there's some of the lowest lows, right? And it's a constant peak and valley, peak and valley, peak and valley, right? So if we go from here to here by ourselves, we're going to have the peaks and the valleys, right? But if we go from here to here and we find a mentor, a coach, a person who's already been there, who's already taken those peaks and lived in those valleys and knows how to find an even path that doesn't peak and it doesn't valley. It's a consistent path, right? And consistency is what keeps us on track. Consistency is what keeps us motivated. Consistency is what creates belief in ourselves that we can actually do the thing that we're trying to do. When we hit those valleys, they always seem so much lower than the peaks seem high. How many of you are with me on that? Just say yes. Okay. Those peaks never seem to measure up to those valleys. And that's because we hurt more when we're down than we thrive when we're up. That's human nature. And it's because as much as we love to thrive and as much as we love to be successful and as much as we love to be on top, we despise being on the bottom 10 times more. So what happens with entrepreneurs is we go through this path of where we are and we're trying to get to where we want to be. We have the peaks and the valleys, the peaks and the valleys. And eventually we hit one of those valleys and we can't come up from it, right? We can't dig ourselves out of the hole and we crumble and we stop and we quit. And those valleys are the very thing that keep us from being successful. Because there is a path from wherever you are today to where you want to be. You want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, or if you just want to be able to build a successful internet business, there is a path to doing that. But you need to make sure that you avoid the peaks and the valleys and find consistency. Coaches, mentors, hopefully me, we help you avoid both by creating speed and clarity. We want to get you from here to here, and we want to speed that process up for you so you stay motivated, you stay inspired, you stay on track, right? But we want to do it with the most clarity possible so that you can visually see what's on the other side of that success, what's on the other side of each and every day as you put forward the effort and the energy to do the thing that you're doing. We want to create clarity because the unknown is scary to us, right? Nobody wants to do the thing they don't know anything about. Here, case in point. You wake up one day and doctor says, oh gosh, you need surgery. Your gallbladder's bad. What's the first thing you do? You go and Google gallbladder surgeries and you read about it and you wish you had not read about it. But you do it anyway. And you do it because it's human nature. We are scared of the unknown. We are inquisitive creatures. We want to know whatever it is we don't know. So when we're sitting here, day one of our entrepreneurial journey, day one of the journey of trying to build our business, we're looking ahead, trying to see all the things that we don't currently know, right? Because we're scared of that unknown. But when we have a coach or we have a mentor, we have somebody to help us, we have a course, we have a curriculum, it creates clarity. It shows us, here's what's coming, and here's the path you're going to go down, and here's how you're going to get there, right? That clarity relieves us of the fear. It allows us to focus on doing the thing that we want to do, right? The second thing that I know to be abundantly true is that if we're right here and we're trying to get right here, guess what happens? Whenever we reach our goal, whenever we get from where we are today to where we want to be and we accomplish it and we're there, guess what happens? The goalpost moves. And now all of a sudden, you're looking at it and you're like, what? The goalpost moved. Now all of a sudden, I'm where I thought I wanted to be, but instead, I'm actually just like right here where I'm at. And this is now where I want to be. And I got to take that journey again, right? And I got to have those peaks and those valleys. Or I got to find a mentor that can take me from here to here, right? And avoid those peaks and valleys. Somebody that's already been there, done that, knows how to avoid them. The thing is, with entrepreneurs, the goalpost always moves. It's never set in stone. That's why you hear people say, it's hard to be rich. And if you're not rich, you don't understand it. You're like, you people are stupid. You make all this money. How can it be hard to be you? I make $75,000 a year and I work 9 to 5 and I get 2 weeks of vacation. Please don't tell me it's hard to be rich. Here's the thing. Rich people, or not rich people in general, every person from every income bracket creates a new list of wants, desires, and lifestyle every single time they move up that income ladder. And it doesn't matter what we do, it's going to happen. When I was a young kid, I would say probably in my, I don't know, let's just fast forward to when I was like 20. I was making $250,000 a month. It's probably, you know, netting 200, I don't know, 150. I was doing really good. All I wanted, like the only thing I wanted, I would have thought I was at the pinnacle of life if I could just get a Dodge Viper. At the time, they were 90 grand. Dodge Viper. I was a kid, right? So my wants, desires, my things were a little different than what they would be today, right? I was young. But that was the goalpost for me. Well, what happened was I made enough money to buy one, so I bought the Viper, right? Well, then once I got the Viper, I had to set new goals, right? Because humans, we set goals. We want to keep moving forward. We don't want to stop still. So my new goal was, man, I need a Lambo. That's what I need, right? So all of a sudden, that goal that I had wasn't good enough for me. I've set another goal. So even though I bridged the gap, I got to where I wanted to be. Now I got a different goal. I'm still pushing, right? I'm still grinding. I'm still struggling. I'm trying to get to this new goal. Now I get this Lambo. Buy it, lime green. Went all out, right? Got the Lambo. Got the Lambo and got the Viper. Decided, well, I've made more money. I've been exposed to more things. One of my friends said, Anthony, you need to fly on this private plane. You need to quit driving to Florida. You need to fly on this private plane. Okay. So I get on this private plane. And this private plane's like a taxi, like a New York City beat down taxi of an airplane, right? I think it cost me $1,500, $1,800. I think it was about $1,800 to fly to Florida. Thought it was insane. Spend $1,800 to fly for an hour and 20 minutes to Florida, right? But I did like it. Saved me a lot of time, right? So I called him up again, flew on that airplane again, right? I said, man, you're saving me time. I'm enjoying this lifestyle. Mind you, the air conditioning vent's falling out of it, right? But I'm happy. I'm thinking pinnacle. One day, somebody put me on a jet, private jet. Get in this jet. It's not hot. The air's on. See, on those prop planes, you don't get any air until you get up in the air. So you sweat for a minute, right? Get in this jet. Jet had the air on, nice and cool. Made it to Florida in 38 minutes, not an hour and 20 minutes. Jet had a bathroom on it. So if I need to go to the bathroom, got a bathroom on the airplane. Jet had snacks and everything. I thought to myself, man, this is the life right here. So I got introduced to this jet life, right? Now, instead of spending, $1,500, $1,800 to fly to Florida, spend $10,000 to fly to Florida, right? My point is that as you make more money, as you reach more of these goalposts, right? The goalpost moves further away. The goals become more ridiculous because as you make more money, okay, you are exposed to more things in life that you are not exposed to until you have made enough money for it to actually matter. You don't run around thinking about flying on private airplanes every day if you are not making enough money to have a circle of people around you that are flying on private airplanes every day. But once you get to that level, it becomes the norm. And that's why rich people are called, people say rich people, but that's why people that make a lot of money end up spending a lot of the money they make because their lifestyle changes, right? And I say all that to say this. Our goal is to help you go from here to here as fast as possible with as much clarity as possible. Your goal should be not to fall into the trap of moving the goalpost so far based on how much money you've made, right? Or how much success you've had. The goalpost shouldn't move 3 miles down the road if it's only 1 mile down the road right now. Baby steps are important to entrepreneurs, and they're important for a reason. Because if we take small calculated steps, we always remain in control, not only of our business, but also of our entire existence, right? Because you've seen a lot of people that make a lot of money, they lose control. They have somebody else investing their money, lots of people spending their money. This person over here is dipping in their money, and then they become a pro athlete, they're broke, right? They took too big of steps. They tried to go from pro athlete to, multi-billionaire investor, and that didn't work. Stay in your lane. I see so many of you saying, I'm going to start this business, I'm going to start that business, I'm going to do this thing, and I'm going to do that thing, right? And I just think I cringe when I see it because I think to myself, this isn't good, right? You need to stay in your lane. You need to stay focused and take baby steps towards those goalposts. And when you reach the goal, you need to set a goal that's not quite so far away, okay? So that you can attain that, you can reach that quickly, right? But it's not influenced by outside perspective and by outside situations, right? I'm not going to say that I'm perfect at that because I'm not. I definitely spend more money on things than maybe than I probably have to, right? But I'm a lot better at at the saving of money and not blowing it on stuff than many people that I know, right? And so I feel like it's important to give you this message because we're all at some point in the journey, we're all still right where we are, striving to be where we want to be. You never really stop doing that. You never really get to a point where you're just where you want to be. That's not how entrepreneurs operate. We operate and we thrive on continuing grow as people and as business owners, right? And so it's going to be something that you'll always, always have to deal with as an entrepreneur. But nevertheless, a message that I felt I should share with you, right? And I felt that way because I see people making comments, and I always base my message off of what I see in our group, which is always interesting, right? Always interesting. But it gives me good content, right? It gives me good talking points because I see so many different things, so many different people saying so many different things that I'm normally shocked, but I'm always inspired, right? And yeah, and we'll talk about some more of that in just a little bit. So let's look at, I told you next week I was going to give you the sales video for, let's see. Yeah, I was going to give you the sales video for this funnel. So what we did was we looked at the funnel last week, okay? If you are a new student and you have not been with us before, we build funnels for you, okay? That's what we do. We have something called the selling system for 2022 that we are working on right now. ClickFunnels has some mega delays, so hopefully this stuff is updated and working. But basically, we've built this page for you, okay, as an opt-in page. And the whole idea behind this funnel is that we're going to put people into a members area, okay, and that members area is going to do the selling for us of the tools and the resources and things that are required to be able to accomplish the thing that we're teaching. So I've already built the opt-in page for you. I went ahead and I filmed the sales video for you. I actually put it on the sales page, so let's see if it shows up. Okay, and I put this sales video on the page for you. I'm going to provide you with the link to this video so you don't have to download the funnel again if you already have it. If you're a new student and you don't have this funnel, I'm going to give you this funnel a little bit later tonight, okay, as soon as we wrap things up. Now, I filmed this sales video, okay, in a very educational way. The idea behind this funnel is that we will get somebody to opt in, we will send them to the sales video, okay? From the sales video, we will then send them to an upsell page, okay, which I have not filmed the video for this yet. And then from the upsell page, we will send them, let's move this here, to the members area, okay? And the members area is going to do a lot of selling for us, okay? So we don't have to get all the money out of the funnel, all right? We don't have to get all the money from the actual sales funnel. We're going to get a lot of the money from the members area, okay? And hopefully this will load. Like I said, ClickFunnels has been having a little bit of a hiccup today. Let's see. I haven't been able to get, there's funnels I haven't been able to get to open and all kinds of stuff. So there we go. So let's see. This is the login that we created. So it'll go here where they basically go to log in, right? There we go. Okay. So online business program 2022. All right. So look, opt in, sales video, upsell video, login. This is the path that people will take, okay? Just like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, obviously this is free. One of the things that I think would be very beneficial to all of you, and I almost said it in the sales video, but I stopped myself, is to sell this product for $1. Let me show you. I know you're gonna say, well, I'm not gonna get rich selling for $1. If we sold this for $1 single right here, okay? And you'll see, I've probably told you this before. Sell this for $1, okay? The reason we want to make this sale at $1 is because we want what we call max velocity. We want max, I don't know why this looks so small. Let's try that. Max buyer velocity. Okay? That's what we're looking for, is max buyer velocity. That means get the maximum number of people, okay, into our members area, right? This becomes your members area. Okay, so you want the maximum number of people in this members area watching these videos, clicking these links. The reason that we want to do this is because we're designing a selling system, not a funnel. So I know that we create funnels. I know that we create these opt-in pages, these thank you pages, all these different pages. But the reality is that we can sell more from right inside of our members area than we probably ever will sell through our funnels, right? And so if we can get more people in there, we can make more sales. Now, the flip side of that is it can't just be free. When you give people things for free, they tend to psychologically place no value on them, right? If they place no value on them, then they're not going to use it, right? Which defeats the purpose. And B, if they do use it, they won't hold it in high regard, right? So think about this. I give you, I don't know, a $7 course, okay? Partner with Anthony. And you're like, I'm gonna listen to Anthony and what he says because, I mean, my gosh, I gave him my money. I should listen. Do you think you'd listen more if you gave me $25,000? Yes or no? Do you think that if the Success Connection costs $25,000 a year to attend, you'd pay more attention maybe? You'd be more focused? You'd be more apt to do the homework that I ask you to do? I'm asking you. Tell me in the chat. Okay, I see lots of yeses. I see somebody say I would leave. Thank you for putting no value on the 50 lessons a year, 52 a year that I do for you here. Okay, most people saying yes. Cool. See, here's the thing. When we spend a lot of money on something, we give it more of our attention. We prioritize it. Even if it's not something that maybe we should prioritize, we still do. And we prioritize things based on how much they cost. That's human. Like, we're taught to do that, right? If it costs more, it must be better. I'm going to go to the most expensive restaurant because it must taste better. Maybe it's just in the most expensive part of town. But our brains don't work that way, right? I'm going to go to the most expensive, find the most expensive steak in New York City. Okay, well, that doesn't mean it's the best. It just means that person's paying the highest rent. You may find a much better steak for a fifth of the price in some small town somewhere. But your brain doesn't register the small town steak as being great or grand, right? Because it costs way less. And so the way that we have to look at this is we want to get buyer velocity, right? We want to get people into our program, but we also can't give it away for free because then it has no value. And so then the people don't actually do anything. They come in, but they don't do anything. They don't really even watch the lessons because they don't have to. They didn't pay anything for it. You see what I'm saying? So I've always come up with $7. You know, 7 has people paying more money than you know, than like a negligible amount. I mean, so I spend $7, they at least know that they spent the $7. But it's also such a small amount of money, you still get a lot of people to say yes, right? I feel like with this one, you should test $1. Now, I never tested $1 selling, partner with Anthony or anything for just $1, right? But I think it would work. I think that if people saw that they could literally just spend $1 and learn how to build an email list, how to build their business, what's the worst that could happen? They don't learn enough, they don't do it. It's only $1, right? I think you will get so many yeses that it'll just be like mind blowing, right? So I filmed this video under the kind of the assumption that we would charge $1 or $2 for it. The training I kept myself out of. You know, I like to make this specifically for you, but I also like to make it flow and move. So I drew, right, the whole thing. So I kept myself off camera and I drew, as you can see, constantly moving, showing landing pages, okay? So just constantly moving, right? Constantly moving, constantly moving. And what I found was, as I was going through this, I found that I was doing more teaching than I was selling, right? I don't ever have scripts when I do things. I just kind of off the cuff it. And I was doing a lot more teaching than I was trying to sell, right? And I think that's a good thing because it goes along with the narrative that we want you to learn before you spend any money, right? We want you to learn how to do this. And so I think that this sales video will come across as something completely different to people because it doesn't feel as much like a sales video as it simply does an educational video, right? Like here's a lesson that you can watch for free, right? And then if you want to watch more, click the button. You know what I mean? And so I think this is a great way to test the theory of selling for an extremely low price point, creating a maximum amount of value to the person that buys, and then selling through your education, through your sales system, right? Which is exactly what we're doing here, right? So we have built all this for you. Tonight, I'm going to give you the URL for this video. Now, fair warning, okay? If you already have this funnel, you will want to go to your sales page. You will want to click Edit Page, and the page will come up like this. And you'll want to click right here on your video, and then you'll want to put the URL for this video into the box right here. In fact, I have already put this into here. So here it is. So you'll notice the sales video links here. You cannot visit this link and watch the video. The video is private, but it can be embedded into ClickFunnels pages. So you just copy this Vimeo link right here. Okay, you right click, you copy, and then you come up here. Oops. I don't even know where it's at. There we go. And you just paste it in this box. Okay. And when you paste it in that box, this video will now play. The new video that I've made for you will play on this page, which I think is going to be a really good thing. And then you can, of course, turn your button. Obviously, you would get rid of Apply Now and all this Apply Now stuff. You would click that and say Enroll Now, right? And this would let you basically get people enrolled into your offer, right? Which we have already created here, right? This is the members area. Now, I give you all of these funnel pages, right? And so you guys already know this. Like, we give you all these pages. There are a few different pages in the funnel, right? All the ones in yellow I've built for you. Now I've actually given you the sales page video, okay? So the next thing is I need to do this one. So basically what I'm going to do is next week, I'm going to give you the OTO video. That's the upsell. And I'm going to create the OTO product. And then I'm going to show you how to implement. So how do you get people to see that OTO video right after they make a purchase? How do we go from right here to right here, right? And that's really important because the OTO can be something really inexpensive too. Like, you'll notice I have this listed as something that might be like $7, right? We're not trying to make a ton of money there. We're just trying to create a little bit of cash flow, make a little more money than what we previously had made, right? Like $1. You're always going to be able to get people to take upsells. That's going to be a thing for probably ever, right? So the reality is that this is not a bad idea, right? And it's an idea that's going to be able to help you make really good money, you know. So so this is how we're doing it. Then the next week, I've got to create and design how we're going to sell in the members areas, and then you're good to go. You'll have the opt-in page, the sales page, the OTO page, and the members area page, which is going to and the members area content that's going to teach people, but also sell people on the different products and services that they need to purchase, okay, for building their business the right way. And I'm just telling you from experience, selling inside that members area is going to be absolute fire, right? Absolute fire. So these are the things that are coming next week. Now you might be saying to yourself, Anthony, we still have like 18 minutes left. Why did you already show us what's coming next week? What's going on? I have a confession to make to all of our students tonight, and that is that I have been thinking long and hard about how I operate my business. I'm at a point where I've made a lot of money in my lifetime, and I'm happy, but I'm not as happy when I'm working on sales funnels and how can I get a better conversion rate and all these things. I'm much happier when I'm focused on teaching, when I can spend more time planning the Success Connection, or I can spend more time building courses. You know, if you look back through the courses I've created and all the, you know, and I mean, it's certainly been quite a few. If you look back through all the courses I've created, one of the things that's very abundantly clear is that years ago, I was creating more courses. Fan page domination, success with Anthony, the funnel hack bootcamp. When crypto came out, we did just a how to set up crypto, the insider newsletter, all of these things, Mastery Funnel Club, where we build funnels for you every single month. It's insane what's inside of Mastery Funnel Club for $57, $67 a month. It's crazy. You know, Inbox Inner Circle, and then the advanced version of that, email domination, just constantly building courses, right? And then I quit building as many courses because I built Partner with Anthony. It's awesome. And I have spent every waking moment trying to figure out the best way to monetize that, right? The best way to optimize that funnel and that business. and I've spent less time teaching, right? Teaching the stuff I know. And so I made a post in the Success Connection group last week. I think it was last week, might have been this week. And I said, how would you feel if I changed my whole business to like a Netflix model, where instead of spending money on all of my courses, you spent one monthly fee and all of these courses opened up to you, pretty much all of them, right? All of the beginner level stuff. There's only a couple, like my webinar sales machine and digital marketing academy. That's not, that's more coaching than courses, right? But all these other courses, right, opened up for free, or well, for the monthly fee. And then every course that I create from now on, it's just included. And I got great feedback. Lots of people said this would be an amazing thing. And the reason I got this idea was there were multiple people that told me that they bought my course, and they do it through support. Yeah, I just bought this course. I can't afford to run any ads now, or I can't afford to get ClickFunnels now, or I can't afford to get, build redirects now. They can't afford the software to do the thing that they just bought a course to learn how to do, or they can't afford they can't afford to spend the money on advertising to build their list because they spent the money on my courses, which that's what we're in business for. We're an educational company. We sell courses. And that's what we do. But our catalog of courses adds up to roughly 20 grand. And there are many people who are approaching that number, having spent almost 20 grand. Every time we release a course, you buy it. And I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I took this fan page domination method and I legit built a business that grew 800,000 or so fans on Facebook, like 100,000 or 200,000 subscribers on my email list. And then I took that asset, which I'm always talking to you about building your email list. I took that fan page and that email list and I flipped it into 15% ownership of the largest vacation rental business on the Gulf Coast. And now I do nothing. I built a fan page and an email list. I made money in the process, and then I flipped it into ownership of somebody else's company because they wanted those assets so badly that I made. That's a great course for 2 grand. Like, the knowledge that, it just is what it is. It's great. So if you've bought it, that's amazing. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that sometimes people make the decision to buy, and they don't use. Or we spend 90% of our money on education and only have 10% left over for implementation. What if we could flip the script together? What if we could make it 90% implementation and like 10% education in terms of cost, right? Planning and budgeting, important things. What if you could just plan and budget how much it was going to cost you to learn, how much it was going to cost you to be educated, how much it was going to cost you to be exposed to and educated on the different ways to make money on the internet, the different techniques and strategies that people are using. What if you didn't have to worry about, oh, TikTok just blew up, so I've got to go buy a TikTok course? What if it was just, oh, TikTok blew up, Anthony's doing that, he's going to show me, and I don't have to spend any more money? I got to thinking about it. Now, we run a pretty big business. We have a lot of people here. We have a lot of overhead. Just my email marketing accounts alone are 20 grand a month, just for me to send you emails, right? They're expensive. But what I did was I put together a page with a video that outlines my idea, okay? I am not saying 100% then I'm going to do this. I'm saying that for the first time in 20 years, I'm considering this. And I don't want to hear, well, what about if I've already bought this program and this thing and that thing? Because the reality is you're also going to be getting a lot of things for free, right? Or included. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's bought a certain level of something in here, right? That's guaranteed. But you're going to be getting all the things you haven't bought if we did this included, right? So, and everything going forward would just be included. Now, I know that brings up questions about how would that work for our ambassador program and for Partner with Anthony. And I haven't fleshed all of that out, but let's assume that I'm going to figure out exactly how to do it where it's most profitable for people in those programs, right? That's just a given. It will not be as profitable for me, period. It'll take us from, it'll cut our revenue a lot, like dramatically, to do this. But much like Netflix, if I build up a core group of 5,000 people that just love what I teach, stay every month, get great courses, Success Connection trainings, every time I invite you to a webinar, I'm just teaching you something, right? It gives me money to reinvest into building software and building I can take some of the money that I'm making and reinvest it into the platform, into more education, into maybe some coaches that can come in and help you one-on-one for free, right? Like just done, right? Because I've got some cash flow to do it, right? So my thought is, if 5,000 people tell me they want to do this and that they'd be in, like, I'm in, this is what I want to do, I would highly consider switching our model over to this and just focusing my time and energy on teaching instead of selling. I know how to sell. I don't need to be taught, and I can still teach you how. But it's great to just be able to focus on, here's a new thing that I can teach, or here's a new thing that I can share. And I can just put it in here instead of having to then say, okay, let me build the course. Now I got to go think about how I'm going to sell it. I got to build a webinar. I got to create a webinar deck. I got to get merchant accounts. All those things take time. And that's time I honestly don't have to just continuously always do, right? I'd much rather just be able to put the course in and say, hey, everybody, new course listed, how to blow up on TikTok, right? Boom. And it's just there for you. So I'm always a person that believes that I should get feedback from everybody. And look, I already know everybody's not going to be on the same. I mean, you should probably all be on the same page. If you look at what you have invested in your online education to date, and then you project the next 3 years what you're going to spend, or the next year what you're going to spend on your online education, if you weigh more than a small monthly fee to just have unlimited access to everything, right? There's no doubt about that. But I want to make sure it's something that you all think is smart, right, for you. And so what I did was I put that on tonight's Success Connection Student Center page. You'll see a vote now, vote note, I'll change that. Should we swap to a Netflix subscription model, yes or no? If you click this link, it will take you to a page with a video that I filmed in the studio earlier today, and a way for you to enter your email address if you feel like this is something that you would want to do. Only do this if you would actually sign up for it, right? If that's something you really would do. There's nothing for sale tonight. You can't buy anything tonight. There's nothing. This is just me surveying you, right? I'm going to email this next week to our whole list. And if we get 5,000 people that say yes to this by putting all their information in this box, then those 5,000 people will have a chance to swap their access to that model. And then that will be it. I'll probably just continue to sell courses for a little while anyway, while I test this model out, right? And see, like, okay, are these 5,000 people, are they staying? Is it working? Are they happy, right? How does that feel for everybody? It's a major shift and a big change for me too, right? It's giving up the ability to make a lot of money, because when we release new courses, you guys know, you buy it and we sell a lot of it, and we really wouldn't be able to do that anymore. But on the flip side, I could focus on what I like to do, which is just teach and just educate, and kind of at a point where I really want to focus on what I like doing, but I still want to be able to keep our whole business running and rocking and rolling for everybody, right? So I want you to watch this video tonight, and then I want you to put your information in here if this is something you feel like would benefit you, and that you want me to do this, right? This is your Success Connection Student Center. If you're a new student, you can join our Facebook group here. You can vote right here. And of course, you need to have ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is the software. You see it all up here. It's what we use to build all these funnels, right? Even this page here with the sales video. So if you don't have ClickFunnels, you can get a free trial to it right here tonight when I give you this link. So you'll be able to go here and get access to ClickFunnels. Then all of these yellow lines represent funnels and businesses we've built for you. And all these download buttons will work until midnight tonight. At midnight tonight, these quit working. They will not work again until next Thursday. That is because people typically steal my stuff and put it on Facebook and things like that. So we lock it down at midnight tonight. So you'll need to come in here and do this and download this funnel. It's completely free. There's no reason not to, right? But there is a Selling System 2002 down here. If you download your funnel right here, that will download this Selling System funnel for you, which is basically all these pages right here, which will include the sales page and the sales video. If you already have this downloaded, well then all you've got to do is just take this Vimeo link right here and put it into the page that you already have, which again, I told you and showed you how to do that earlier. You can do this by just copying and pasting this link. Okay, you cannot watch the video at this link right here. It's a private video. You have to put it onto a ClickFunnels page to see it. Okay, so the main thing you should do is come down here and download your funnels if you're a new student, or if you don't have these right now, and then grab this sales video link and put it on the page. That's the first thing you should do, because that gets you your free funnels that we're building for you right now. You then can download any of these other funnels, again, completely free, until midnight tonight, okay? And then of course, you'll need to make sure you have ClickFunnels if you don't have it. And I would like for you to vote on the subscription model. Would you like to swap to that Netflix style subscription model? And there's more details in the video. So if you watch the video tonight, it's only like, I think 5 or 10 minutes. It'll give you all the information you need, and then you can vote. Voting just basically means subscribing. If you don't subscribe, I know you're not interested, right? I'm not even going to send you an email after you subscribe. I'm just logging the data, right? Seeing how many people say, yes, this is what I would want to do. I would absolutely want to do this, right? So there's that you can now do. All right, how do you get to this page? Many of you ask this, and here's the answer. You can go here to go.thesc.com/funnel, and you can type in the password journey, okay? I also made a quick link for you to vote. If you want to skip going into the Student Center, you can go right here and vote. Go.thesc.com/Netflix will let you vote on that Netflix model page, okay? So that is available. But to get to your Student Resource Center, you go to go.thesc.com/funnel, you type in the password journey. That's going to take you right here to this page where you can vote and where you can do all of the cool things that obviously we set everything up here for you to be able to do. I definitely want to make sure that you vote here tonight, because I'm just trying to get as much feedback as I can, especially from our Success Connection students. I know it's a shift. I know it's something different, but it's in your favor, right? It's not in my favor by any means. You guys have seen me sell, $700,000 in 2 hours on a webinar. That's not uncommon. this would be something where I would basically be doing it for the greater good of our community. But I want to see how everybody feels about it. So it's go.thesc.com/funnel. The password is journey. When you go there, make sure you download your free funnels tonight, get ClickFunnels if you don't have it, and then vote. Check out the video that I put up about our Netflix model and see what your thoughts are on it and how you would feel about it and everything's included. So Mastery Funnel Club, where we build 10 funnels every single month at $67 a month, all of a sudden included in this one subscription, right? My Insider newsletter, my digital mastermind, together like $20, I think. So between the two, you're like $87 a month already if you have those three, right? I'm just saying. So pretty incredible opportunity should we choose to do it. So make sure that you vote, all right? I want your feedback. So do this for me now. Go.thesc.com/funnel. Password is journey. And then of course, make sure that you go in and you vote on the Netflix subscription model. Download or in all of our funnels that we've provided for you. The sales video is now live on this page for you, so you can hook the sales video into your funnel. Create some conversation in our Facebook group. I'm always watching, I'm always lurking in there answering questions. So if you have any questions, put them in the Facebook group. And of course, look, we're striving to get if you're one of the ones that wants to do this, we're striving to get 5,000 people to say yes. That's what it'll take. So talk about it in the Facebook group, talk about it in the Success Connection, create some community dialogue, see what everybody else thinks. There's a lot of people that won't see this particular, they won't see the replay of this, but maybe they'll see your Success Connection group post. My goal is to get as much feedback as I can, as fast as I can, so we can kind of make the decision that for what we want to do. So my hope is all of you will take advantage of this and go do this tonight. And then of course, make sure that you get your funnels, get ClickFunnels, get that sales video. And next week, we'll be rocking and rolling with the OTO, which is the upsell that we're going to add in. I'll build all that stuff out for you and hook you up with it next week right here on the Success Connection. I hope you all have a great weekend, a safe weekend. Like I always say, do a little something this weekend that other people are not doing, so you'll be ahead of the game, and that is the name of the game when it comes to internet marketing and crushing it online. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I hope you all had an amazing time, and I look forward to seeing you next week right here, same place, same time on the Success Connection. Take care, everybody. Good night.